So, welcome to Lancashire Manor Hotel. Did you all have a sausage barm cake? Yes. Did you enjoy it? So, Lancashire Manor Hotel, just for you to know where we are, we bought this property, myself and my dad, about 5 years ago, and it was 2 years of emptiness, and old buildings really deteriorate over time. So it was nice just to start afresh and invest in this property. And do you remember the Kevin Costner film, Fields of Dreams? That classic punchline of, oh, you're good, you ask a little, you get a lot. If you build it, they will come. And we built a 54-bedroom hotel here, and we're about 70% full, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and doing about 60 weddings. And then we spent another £1 million building an extension at the back, another 24 bedrooms. And we're still about 70% full. So if you build it, they will come. And I think that's an analogy that can be brought into any investors in the room that are thinking of moving into Skelmersdale, is that there's huge opportunity here. And the bigger you get, the more people come. Lancashire Manor itself employs about 80 people now, so 80 brand new starters into the economy. And now has about 74 bedrooms. Does about 104 weddings a year, and a lot of corporate and conference stuff as well. You guys being a prime example of that, so thanks for coming. When we bought this hotel, people that we knew come along and drive through Pimbo Estate and think, what are you doing buying a hotel at the back of an industrial park like this? Because it's not the most pretty road to drive down. It wasn't 5 years ago anyway. It's looking a lot better now with the trees, etc. But what you might not know is that on the other side of this building, that way, is gorgeous countryside, which is really important to us as a food company, because we want to be close to the farm and close to the customers, and it's nice to be there. So if you have a chance to just walk outside the back, it's a whole new world the other side. And hidden gems in Skelmersdale, you might not know that Up Holland train station is only about 60 metres outside our gates. But how many people got the train today? You see? Skelmersdale, full of hidden gems that nobody knows about. The green credentials of Skelmersdale are always important. We've got this fantastic windmill you might have seen on the motorway now, which is iconic, is a good word. We have a biomass boiler. We just invested £165,000 in a biomass boiler, and it's called Bertie Bark, the biomass boiler. Go and have a look at Bertie's. Not quite as interesting to look at. It's just a big wooden shed in our car park, but it does the job as well. There are 8 bedrooms in this hotel that we have never converted into sleeping accommodation. And that's because out of those bedrooms, we run another company called Mellors Catering Services. Can you hear me at the back? Yes, fantastic. Which is that top logo there. And Mellors Catering Services is a fresh food provider for business and industry, schools, colleges, universities. And that company employs some 1,089 staff, and was recently listed in the national press as the second fastest growing food service company in the UK. So, and that's right here in Skelmersdale. This picture is taken at Did Lake Farm, top right-hand corner, which is a lovely little farm shop just in Ortland, just on the way to Ormskirk. So have a look at Did Lake Farm. And the reason why we go there is because we want to be as close to the food as possible, and the wholesale stuff that they provide at Dig Lake Farm, we provide to our school children across Ormskirk and elsewhere in Skelmersdale and beyond. So now we serve about 80,000 customers a day through Mellors Catering Services, and over about 200 sites. And our first ever site was in East Gillibrand, just the other side of the motorway in Skelmersdale. And we've also do the catering for Flowtech and ASCO on this industrial estate. And you might know West Lancashire Investment Centre, which is the next junction down, which also has an on-site catering facility. And if you don't know that, then you should do, because that's a public space. You can go there for impromptu meetings and cups of coffee. If you ever get bored of coming to Lancashire Manor, that is, you can go there. But, you know, again, it's a great asset that's just in this area that few people perhaps know about. And it's just on the M58 junction 4. So Mellors Catering Service itself is now right across the north of the country, from Southport to Grimsby and Hull, and up to Cumbria and down to Telford. So We're a major player now in that marketplace. As an intangible service provider, offering catering on other people's premises, you have to have a lot of sort of like baubles to your name, and these are a few of those. Supporting local suppliers is key to us. And we get a lot of support from the government as well. When we initially started Mellors Catering Services, being based in Skelmersdale meant we were listed in the top 100 companies that were growing within what was classed at the time as being difficult areas. When I moved to Skelmersdale, it was a case, yes, a difficult area, but now I think it's flourishing. And I think it's a great asset to our teams and our clients that were based here, rather than in a city where people can't get to. A lot of my area managers are traveling across the country. The last one I do is spend another half an hour crawling through traffic to get into the centre of Manchester. So Skelmersdale's perfect for us, absolutely perfect. We employ a lot of staff, and the staff in our community are fantastic. 91% of our staff are female, lots of dinner ladies, and they're all heroes as they're dressed up here. And out of our 1,000-odd staff, being catering, it's quite a low-paid industry. About 864 of those staff are on national living wage. So they don't really come for the money, but what they give us is awesome. So if you're running a business here, want to flourish, have confidence in the local labour force, because they are really great. And on their own merit, they do a lot of NVQ training with Mellors. They do a lot of apprenticeship training with Mellors. If you push your employment numbers above 5% of those that do an NVQs or apprenticeships, you get this accreditation from the local government or the national government. You can get this on your website. Mellors now are reached up to 20%, and that's with a workforce that tend to finish work at 1:30 and want to go home to pick up the kids. So, if we can do it, you guys can do it too. And let's, as Skelmersdale and employers of Skelmersdale, try and get these credentials as a whole, rather than just company by company. We're honoured to be the caterers that feed the kids that become your employees of the future. We've got some great schools in this area. This is Parbold Douglas. This is Bishop Rawston in Croston, Birkdale High School. You can see the guy at the end that eats all his Mellors Catering Services fruit and veg. That's my laugh, by the way. I got a laugh. And beyond schools, we've got some really excellent schools here, and obviously colleges. Edgehill University, just down the road, is a real treasure for this area as well. So long may that continue. And we're responsible within Mellors to making sure that the nutrition and the habits these kids pick up in their school days, they take through to adulthood and become good employers of, I'm sure, a lot of people in the room. I've got a few slides of sort of like promotional stuff that we do in the school environment. What I've tried to do is shoehorn good messages of Skelmersdale into our promotions for the kids. Is that okay with you guys? Say yes, Mark. I know it's early. So, do you know that only 45% of adults eat breakfast before they go to work? And you've all had your bacon barn cakes today, I know, but 45%. And that school kids are actually less than that. So what we do in Mellors is try and ensure that, checking the time, that we get kids to eat their breakfasts. And what you tend to find then is get a workforce that turn up early and work hard. And we've got some great people working in Mellors Catering Services. And also in the senior management team. My right-hand man, Tony, over here, he is a credit to our business. And he's at his desk at God knows what time in the morning. And Gavin, my finance director, I can't kick him out of the building before about 10 o'clock at night. The resource and the quality and the talent that we have in this area at the senior management level is also fantastic. I know executives that have run blue-chip companies in this area that think they need to commute down to London or Birmingham to get well-paid jobs when we should be providing those jobs here. Top secret vegetables. In schools, we hide vegetables in cakes and lasagnas so the kids don't know what they're eating. It's a good trick. And it just is synonymous to how I feel Skelmersdale is at the moment. We've got these little secrets like the West Lancs Investment Centre, like Up Holland Station, which nobody knew about just across the corner. Like Lancashire Manor Hotel itself, you wouldn't know it's here. But we tend to hide our vegetables pretty closely in this environment. So sing and shout about it. We run a Christmas hat competition. If you're here in about 3 weeks' time, you have to be wearing your Christmas hat and making a donation. We have a charity at Zoe's Place in Liverpool that we give all our charity work to. And maybe as a community of businesses, rather than doing things on our own, we should nominate, as Skelmersdale ambassadors, one charity a year that we can really mark and make some impact on and be seen by the wider world that we are working together to push this environment and this neighbourhood forwards. We've got a magic muffin fairy in our catering. And that's all about, if you've got a child or a teacher or a person at work that has a bad day, Mellors will come along and just give them a little letter and a free muffin. And what you give out in that environment comes back in spades for Mellors as far as customer care, client satisfaction and goodwill. And as a business community, I think we should do more as far as giving without necessarily having to expect something in return. As a team of hotel staff, we go around this estate and clean all the road signs, as an example, just because we want this environment to look fantastic. That's just one way of making the effort. And we've got lots of other examples. I've got a picture of a chicken on roller skates. I have no idea what message I can give about chicken on roller skates, so we'll leave that one to one side. And finally, I've got a cow with some headphones on. But living in Skelmersdale is music to my ears. It really makes sense to our business. It makes sense to the people we employ. And it definitely makes sense to our clients when they're buying our services. They go, oh, you're based there. That makes sense to me. You're not spending a huge amount of money on head office resources that you don't need to. So that's my 10 minutes.